Mother. Mother. Oh no, she's not moving, Mother. We need to move, Mother. Snap out of it, Mother. Let's go. We've been in the craft aisle for far too long.
Thank you.
Today my mom brought us to the mall. I think that kid just said hi to me. I don't know why Mom decided we needed to go to the mall, but here we are. I don't think I'd consider myself a puppy anymore, but thanks. Oh, Mom alert! Alert! We need to go sit down, Mom. Come on, human. Mom alert! Oh, okay. Time to go take you somewhere safe. Let's go, Mom. Mom finally found a spot, and now I get to sit here while she calms down. Even though I'm trained, Mom likes to let me watch so I can get used to all different types of people. Thank you for the compliment, but I'm working right now. I love getting to look around and watch, but I'm always thinking about my mom, even if she doesn't know I am. Yum, thanks, Mom. Helen, I smell something. Are you okay, Mom? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think so, though. Nope, I definitely smell something, and I know it's you, Mom. Alert time. Don't worry, Mom, I'm here. You want my leash? Here you go. Oops, you dropped it. Don't worry, I got it. Here you go, Mom. I'm the best boy.
Things I wish people would have told me before I started training my own service dog. Hopefully this video can help out any new owner trainers out there. Number 1, proper socialization is super important. Socializing your dog is not just about them meeting every single dog and person that you come across. It is about them learning to be neutral and realize that they don't need to or get to meet every single person or dog that they come across. Number 2, keep your expectations low at first. Let your puppy be a puppy and enjoy puppyhood. I've raised 3 puppies now, and this is definitely something that I've learned as I've gone through training them. Have fun with your puppy. They don't stay that little for long. Number 3, and this is super important, give your puppy alone time. Trust me, as somebody who has now had 2 dogs with separation anxiety, give your puppy alone time. I know it can be hard because you want to spend all your time with your puppy and you want to spend lots of time training them and playing with them, but trust me. Have at least a few hours every day where they can go into a separate room away from you and have their own little private area with some quiet time. This teaches them that sometimes they have to be by themselves and they don't always get to be a part of everything. It's a lot easier to prevent separation anxiety than it is to fix it. Number 4, remember to keep things positive and have fun with your puppy. I know training a dog can be really frustrating at times, but remember, they're just babies and they don't know any better. It's really important to keep a young puppy's experience positive because at that age, they're like sponges and soak up everything in their environment. Good luck to anybody out there starting to train their own service dog.
Losing my mind. They say she's gone too far this time. Don't make me love, make me crazy.
so much for this comment, and you're right. Not everyone who has ADHD needs a service dog. However, the tasks that were shown in the video you commented on, along with the tasks you'll see in this video, do help individuals with ADHD. What most people don't know about ADHD is that it's actually an executive functioning disorder that's often accompanied by an anxiety or panic disorder. Having issues with executive functioning, coupled with a sense of panic, affects an ADHDer's ability to live what would be considered to be a normal life. Therefore, some people with ADHD find that having a service dog can be a highly beneficial addition to their current treatment plan. A psychiatric service dog for ADHD can be trained to retrieve medication and water to prevent task interruption, apply light or deep pressure therapy when panic attacks and meltdowns occur. They can notify an individual that someone is coming, so the person with ADHD has a second to write a quick note for themselves so they can remember what task they were working on before they get interrupted. And they can bring any helpful sensory regulation tools like noise-canceling headphones to their handlers to help keep them on task and block out distractions. An ADHD service dog is trained to help improve a person's focus by making it easier for them to stay on task and not get derailed by outside distractions. These tasks might not seem like much, but for an individual who suffers from ADHD, they're a complete lifesaver.
Yes, good boy. Good boy. Dogs don't belong in shopping carts, do they? Nope.
That's the way every day goes. Every time we've no control. If the sky is pink and wide.
How a fully trained service dog should act around other working animals. Blossom respectfully keeps her head down until the pony's line of sight has passed. With handler permission, she is allowed to check them out as their rears come into view. Her focus moves on rather quickly though. In true golden retriever fashion, she prefers people over ponies any day, especially princesses and pooper scoopers. Blossom was raised at theme parks for her disabled Disney adult handler. Thanks for watching. Remember, not all disabilities are visible.
Why is it that in the US, service dogs do not have any official or legally required form of paperwork, but in other countries they do? A little bit of backstory and history. The ADA, which is the Americans with Disabilities Act, was created in 1990. These set of civil laws made it so that way disabled people were not legally allowed to be discriminated against in public. Now, the current and one of the biggest issues with service dogs in the US is that people fake them all the time. And companies like Amazon make it incredibly easy to do by having fake papers and IDs and certificates that you can buy straight off of Amazon. This is one of the reasons that there is no legally required papers, because anybody can go online and get these false papers that mean absolutely nothing. They don't prove that you're disabled, they don't prove that your dog is trained, they don't prove anything. Somebody registered a jar of Nutella as a service animal. Now, why can't we have an official one of these that would actually be legitimate and the fake ones wouldn't mean anything? In 2011, the Department of Justice revisited the ADA laws, specifically surrounding the service animal laws. They were considering requiring some sort of official paperwork for service dogs, however, the idea was shot down. And here are some of the reasons why. The first and biggest issue is how would we go about getting these official papers? Would it be a note from your doctor claiming that you do have a documented disability? The issue with that is not only is it discriminatory to require somebody to prove that they're disabled just to go shopping, but the other thing is just because you have a disability doesn't mean that your service dog is automatically a trained service dog. Okay, so that's off the table. So how about we require some sort of paper stating that the dog has gone through training and proof that the dog is trained to help with a disability? The issue we have with that is how do we go about testing these dogs to make sure that they are trained up to the standards of a service dog? Are we going to introduce a facility stocked with employees that are able to do this testing? And it has to be available in all places. And transportation to these places is also going to need to be provided because most disabled people cannot drive. Or are these people going to come out to the disabled people's homes and test the dogs that way? Which might work, but where are we getting the funding from to be able to pay for everything? And are disabled people going to have to pay to get their dog tested? Because most disabled people can't work a job and they're barely able to live off of what they get from the government. Let's just say somehow we did figure out a way for us to get papers and IDs for a service dog. So now every time you're entering a business, you are legally required to show your ID for your service dog. That right there is discrimination. How is it fair that a disabled person with a service dog has to show an ID just to go grocery shopping when anybody else doesn't need to? Are you going to start requiring people with wheelchairs and canes and oxygen tanks to show an ID for those too? And while yes, you could argue that, well, if you want your service dog, you have to have an ID and that's just how it's going to be. But you're not the one who has to be in the situation of having to show an ID every single time you just want to go into Walmart. So the whole requiring papers for service dogs in that aspect just doesn't work or make sense. Okay, so we can't do it, but how come other countries can? There's multiple different international registrations that you can voluntarily enter your dog in, even if you live in the US. However, the catches with these registrations is they don't allow certain things that the US does. For example, psychiatric service dogs, which are dogs that assist people with mental disabilities, like veterans with PTSD. So one of those international registrations don't accept psychiatric service dogs, and the other doesn't accept miniature horses as a service animal. You may have never heard of that, but in the US, legally, miniature horses can be service animals. You may have never heard of this before, but this is because some people are really allergic to dogs, so they get a horse instead, or because the dog is not big enough for the tasks that they might need. For example, people with severe mobility issues might get a miniature horse instead because they are larger and safer to use for mobility. So both of these international registrations do not meet the US standards for service dogs. But how come some individual countries then have papers for their service dogs? This is because in most countries, you can only get a service dog from a service dog training program. This means you have to go out to one of these programs and buy a pre-trained service dog or give your dog to them for them to train for you. However, in the US and some other countries, it is legal to owner train your service dog. This makes it more accessible to disabled people who may not be able to afford a service dog from a program or a service dog training program. The biggest issue with fake service dogs right now is not the lack of paperwork or the laws surrounding them. It's businesses not doing what they're legally allowed to do when a service animal enters the premises. According to the ADA, businesses may ask 2 questions. Is this a service animal required because of a disability, and what tasks has it been trained to perform? If the person cannot answer or answers emotional support, then the business does not have to let them in. To add on to this, if a service animal is acting out in public, a business is legally allowed to ask them to be removed. The issue is these people buying these fake service dog registrations and getting these certificates and papers and flashing these IDs every time a business calls them out. Because as soon as you show them a piece of paper, the business gets all scared and refuses to kick them out even if the dog is misbehaving. The root issue is businesses need to be held accountable. And it should seriously be illegal for Amazon or other online places to be selling this paperwork. Because all it's doing is creating a bigger issue for people who legitimately need service animals.
My food 171. Nothing bothers me. But I get to the shoulders and the shoulders. I'm not interested down there and talk to
Good boy.
That marriage not the same impact with the respect.
I know.
I just glass and
No, I don't want to pet him. I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you. Not yet.
yeah.
We have to wait. No, we're not gonna go yet.
Our close by the wall.
Wait.
All right, Timber and I are in a new building that I got lost in, so I'm gonna see if he can find the exit. Timber, exit. Go find the exit. So it doesn't have his guide gear on. So second. Good job, find the exit. Oh, he didn't. See if he has sleep. Go find the exit. Good boy. Good boy.
Marceline, is it just you and me in the wreckage of the world? That must be so confusing for a little girl. And I know
Okay, break.
you're here with
Good job. Thank you. Good job, baby.
but I'm losing my
But it's over. Then you're driving me home, and it kinda comes out as I get up to go. You kiss me in your car, and it feels like the start of a movie I've seen before. But it's not real, and you don't exist. And I can't recall the last time I was kissed. It hits me in the car, and it feels like the end of a movie I've seen before. Losing my mind. They say she's gone too far this time. Don't make me love, make me crazy. If it doesn't, you ain't doing it right. Lord, save me, my drug is my baby. I'll be using for the rest of my life. Don't make me love, make me crazy. If it doesn't, you ain't doing
You're asking for something that does not exist. You asked for No, I want to go inside and eat like I plan to. You're asking for an identification card. I can show you on the website. Do you want to see on the official ADA website? Okay, sir, can you listen to me? Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, that's like asking me, you're asking me for something that doesn't exist. I'm telling you. I can show you the website. Do you want to see the website?
What he's telling you is, no matter if it's a disability or not, no dogs are allowed in the building.
Actually, she's a service dog. It says access required by law. Service dogs can go anywhere that I go. No, I want to eat inside. I'm a
What you want to get now?
I want to go inside and eat.
Okay, well, we can't take your dog. But
No, she's a service dog, bro. I literally, okay.
You have to have your identification
I can show
card.
you on the, no.
No.
Okay, listen.
Because
All of
I
that
have a
is
service animal. I have a service animal too, my dog. He's not registered in my name, and I can't use
Yeah,
it.
they don't have to be registered under the Americans with Disabilities Act. They do not have to be
I
registered.
understand.
They do not have
So
to
if
have an
he's an
identification
ESA
card.
or
She's a task-trained service animal. She's
Okay.
been with me for 4 years.
all right, so is she an ESA?
No, a task-trained service animal.
Okay, so she's a service animal.
Yes.
Okay. You would have to have her license
Okay,
visible.
I am offering to show you proof, facts on the official website created by the law that there is no ID.
Okay.
There's no.
But I'm trying to take your
What he's
order right
trying
now.
to tell you is he's not discriminating against you.
Yeah,
He's not
because
telling you
he
anything
has
bad.
to-
He just asked you for this is his
Okay, do you
dog.
think she's gonna go in?
Start the conversation.
Why? Because you know you're in the wrong.
Lord, until you come into me.
Sir, I showed you factual evidence that what you're asking for does not exist.
Let's go.
Somebody called me stupid.
Where's the gate? Well done. Sorry. Am I coming to the wrong gate? To my left. Oh, my right. Thank you. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Find the gate.
Dog.
Oh, that's why. Right, Giga, leave it. Find the gate. Where's the barrier? No. Where's the barrier? Where's the barrier? Come on. Ida, come on. Find the way then. Let's go. Where's Ellie? Let's go. Let's find the way. Where's Ellie? Come on. Find the way. Where's the
It
gate?
was my guide, Dog Ida.
Where's the gate? Yeah, I can't see. Oh, we're there. Ha.
I'm blind.
One second.
I do have a pack. Did it not work?
It didn't work. You could just take one step back.
Okay.
Take like a no.
All right, thank you. Sorry, thank you.
Do you need any assistance?
No, I should. No, I'm good. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Andrew, take care. Oh, you did it. You're not an idiot. Yeah, you did it. Where's Ellie? Do we know where Ellie is?
Hi, Whiskey. Yes. Whiskey. Sit. Yes. Touch. 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 Yes. Touch. Yes. Down. Yes. Down. Yes. Down. Good girl. Yes. Yes. Stay. Okay, yes. Good. Stay. Okay, yes.
Day 2 was a busy one. We started off in Epcot and Maverick was energetic, ready for the day, and he was mesmerized by the giant ball at the start of Epcot, which was so cute to see. We did a little people watching and then he waited patiently while I got some coffee so we could start hitting rides. One of the first things we did is, of course, Maverick had to meet his idol, Pluto. We have a separate video about this, but it was the sweetest thing. And then, of course, had to get him a little memory token, so we got him some ears, and we actually had them customized, but we have to pick those up later. And then, of course, this is a little snapshot from his meeting of Pluto. Them being nose to nose is so sweet. And then it was time to ride some rides. The first ride we went on was Spaceship Earth, and honestly, the lines weren't too bad. I actually think we just walked onto this ride, which was great. Maverick had an amazing time. He was so mesmerized by everything that was going on, and just like, look at this little smile he has on his face. He's so happy to be there. And then we walked around. Then we went to go pick up our bibs because we were running in the 5 and 10K. And then we took a little break because Maverick needs it. Obviously, it's a little hot. Wanted to make sure that he got a nice nap in. And of course, we had some food and he had to know what we were eating. After our meal, we walked around a little bit more and he got a little bit tired, so we wanted to make sure that he got the rest he needed. We make plenty of stops throughout the day so that he doesn't get too overworked, and then at the end of the day, we take his harness and collar off, and of course have to show him so much praise because he's an amazing pup and he just did so good today. He worked so hard and I just couldn't be more proud of him.
Yes, you can. Thank you for asking.
What's his name?
Mabel.
I love his tail.
Thank you.
Alright, ready?
Thank you for asking so nicely.
You're welcome. What breed is he?
She's a mix, actually. Great Pyrenees Lab.
Ah, my dog is a Great Pyrenees Lab.
Oh, really? That's so cool.
Yeah, that's why I had to.
Thank you. Hi.
She'll get you with kisses. Hello.
Don't pull She loves kids.
Oh, she gives you kisses.
No, that is service dog. You have to ask.
Yeah.
You can't pet them.
She's still in training, so we like to let people pet to get her comfortable with it, so.
I know I'm not allowed to touch your dog, but I gotta say that tail is really
Thank you very much.
cute.
Can I take a picture of your dog?
Sure. Yeah. Okay, we'll sit. Sit.
Like,
No, thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me.
No problem.
I don't fight for my respect, bitch, I fight for D. Baby girl, I'm finna rock your shit.
Oh my god. 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 Oh my god.
But just know, you never met somebody like me before though.
Our most used cues during service work. With me. Front.
Front.
Under.
Unter.
Center.
Good.
Orbit.
Good. Orbit.
6.
6.
Pick it up.
Pick it up. My goodness.
I spent about 2.5 years training Oatmeal to be my service dog for anxiety. I think I did it a little unconventionally, but it still worked out. I taught him how to do deep pressure therapy, which basically turns him into a mobile weighted blanket to calm me down from panic attacks. I taught him crowd control, which gives me a buffer of space if I'm in a crowded area. And my favorite task of all, he gives me a hug. How could a hug from a golden retriever not make you happier? So I taught his tasks, but then he went through a general obedience program at Dairydale Canine. They're just a regular training program, not a service dog specific one, but they're in Petaluma and they're amazing. Also, Oatmeal was there for Easter and they gave me this picture. Anyways, after he graduated, he walked on a leash so much better and he was just overall a better listener. After that, I started taking him out on the town so that we could practice his training in places with a lot of distractions. I've been taking him to pet-friendly places ever since he was a puppy, so he nailed this. Also, he somehow always convinced me to get him a toy when we were out. Strange. Anyways, then we started flying together, first on United because they let service dogs in training fly for free. He did amazing on his first flight, and the pilot gave him a little pin to wear on his vest. So yeah, that's how I trained Mr. Meal.
As a service dog handler, it's really important to me that I periodically really consider whether or not my service dog is still mitigating my disability. That might seem weird to say because of course our service dogs are trained to help us, but carrying a dog around with you all the time becomes taxing very quickly. As a disabled person, I have to be really careful where I spend my energy, so it's important to me that I continually evaluate and make sure that my service dog's tasks are still worth the tax of carrying a dog around with me all the time.
Skills my service dog puppy learned his first week home. Go to place and lay down. Opening a mailbox. Sitting instead of launching at my legs and biting me. Front foot target that I can eventually use to help him find heel position. Sit, down from sit, sit from down, and hand touches. Tiny puppy-sized impulse control that I can eventually use to have him automatically leave food on the floor alone. Recall to hand touch. Toy skills, like being able to switch between toys. Be sure to subscribe if you want to follow along with John Denver's service dog training journey.
Good girl.
Very.
Good girl.
No, 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 no. No, no.
What is she trying to do?
Thank you.
The gardeners have planted white roses when I specifically asked for red.
You could always paint the roses red.
What an odd thing to say.
Energy